I found terrifying footage of a tourist filming from a hotel balcony as a tsunami completely swallows the shore. And that's not even the craziest clip in this video. We're counting down 15 of the most insane natural disasters ever caught on camera. These are stories of survival so crazy, you won't believe they're real. Number 1. The Dashcam that saw it all. Alright, first up, this Dashcam caught a real-life nightmare. Imagine you're just driving, minding your own business, and then this happens. Out of nowhere, a massive tire flies off a truck and comes rocketing over the median. It's a literal missile aimed straight at this guy's car. Look at this! There's no time to swerve, no time to do anything. This is the exact moment between a normal day and total disaster. The tire smashes into the front of his car, just inches from the windshield, and flies over the roof. He was totally fine, but if that tire was a few inches higher, this would be a completely different video. This is a 1 in a million chance, and this Dashcam saw it all. Number 2. The bridge that vanished. This is the definition of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Dashcam footage from Genoa, Italy, shows a truck driving in heavy rain on the Morandi Bridge. Everything seems normal until the road in front of him just disappears. The bridge collapses, sending dozens of cars and tons of concrete plummeting to the ground below. The truck driver slams on the brakes, stopping just feet from the edge of a brand new cliff. He was literally the last person to make it to the edge before the structure gave way. The footage is terrifying, showing just how fast a normal commute can turn into a large-scale disaster. Number 3. The girl who fell from the sky. This next story is so insane it sounds fake. On Christmas Eve 1971, a 17-year-old named Julian Kovka was on a plane that got struck by lightning. The plane completely disintegrated, and Julian was thrown out while still strapped to her seat. She fell 2 miles, that's 10,000 feet, into the Amazon jungle. Falling 10,000 feet should have been instant death, but the row of seats she was strapped to is believed to have spun like a helicopter, and the jungle canopy cushioned her fall. She woke up the next day with a broken collarbone and a concussion, but she was alive. But her nightmare was just starting. For 11 days, she had to survive in the jungle all alone, until she was finally found. She was the only survivor of the entire crash. How is that even possible? Number 4. The Himalayan avalanche. For a group of tourists trekking in the Himalayas, a beautiful day turned into a nightmare. One of them was filming the incredible mountain scenery when they noticed something in the distance. It was a massive wall of snow, an avalanche, and it was moving directly towards them. The video shows the colossal cloud of snow getting closer and closer with nowhere to run. The person filming ducks behind a small rock as the avalanche completely engulfs them. For several moments, the camera is just a blur of white as the snow roars past. Miraculously, after the snow settled, the filmer and his group emerged, completely unharmed. They caught one of nature's most powerful forces on camera and lived to tell the tale. Number 5. Lightning strikes, camera clicks. This video is crazy. A group of friends were on a boat during a storm, and one of them was in the water. As his friend films him, a massive bolt of lightning strikes the water just feet away from him. The sound is deafening. The person filming completely freaks out and drops the camera. You just hear pure panic and screaming. Miraculously, the guy in the water wasn't seriously hurt. This is a 1 in a billion shot caught on camera by pure accident. Number 6. The miracle on the Hudson. On January 15, 2009, this plane had just taken off from New York City when it flew directly into a flock of birds, destroying both engines. The plane was now a giant glider falling over one of the biggest cities in the world. The pilot, Captain Sully Sullenberger, had seconds to act. He realized he couldn't make it to an airport, so he did the unthinkable. He told air traffic control, "We're going to be in the Hudson." People on the ground were filming as this giant plane glided down and landed on the Hudson River. He landed it so perfectly the plane didn't break apart. All 155 people on board evacuated onto the wings as boats rushed to save them. Not a single person was lost. The footage is absolutely unbelievable, and it's now called the Miracle on the Hudson. Number 7. Outrunning a volcano. Imagine being a tourist on an island, walking near a volcano when it suddenly erupts. That's exactly what happened to a group on New Zealand's White Island in 2019. Newly released footage shows the tourists running for their lives as a massive plume of black smoke and ash explodes from the crater. They were on a hike when the ground shook, and they had to scramble back to their tour boat. The video captures the pure panic as they race to escape the violent eruption that spewed scorching gas and debris across the island. Tragically, 22 people lost their lives in the disaster, but this heart-stopping footage shows the desperate moments of those who managed to get away. Mid-roll. We are only halfway through the most insane disasters ever recorded. We've already seen an avalanche swallow a hiker and a plane land on a river. If you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button right now, because you don't want to miss the rest. And let me know in the comments which clip has been the craziest so far. Number 8. Driving through hell. This footage looks like a scene from a Hollywood blockbuster, but it's terrifyingly real. A family in Paradise, California filmed their escape during one of the most destructive wildfires in the state's history. Their dashcam shows them driving down a road while everything around them is on fire. Embers fly past the windshield, and flames tower over the car on both sides of the road. It looks like they are literally driving through a tunnel of fire. The smoke is so thick they can barely see the road ahead, but they have no choice but to keep going. The family made it out safely, but their video is a horrifying first-person view of what it's like to escape a raging inferno that grew to over 26 square miles in just 6 hours. Number 9. The tornado in the convenience store. Security cameras are always rolling, and this one captured the full fury of a tornado. The footage is from inside a convenience store in Joplin, Missouri. At first you see people walking around, completely unaware of the danger. Then the power flickers and the sky outside turns dark. The employees rush the customers into a back storage room for safety. Moments later, the windows explode. The roof is torn off and the entire store is shredded to pieces by the powerful winds. The security camera keeps rolling as debris flies everywhere. Everyone who took shelter in the back survived. This footage shows the split-second decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. Number 10. The photographer and the volcano. Not all disaster footage is captured by accident. Sometimes people stare danger in the face to document it. In 1980, photographer Robert Landsberg was on the ground to capture the eruption of Mount St. Helens. He knew he was too close, but he kept taking pictures as the massive ash cloud rushed towards him. In his final moments, he didn't try to run. Instead, he placed his camera in his backpack and then laid his body on top of it, sacrificing himself to protect the film. His body was found 17 days later, but his photos survived. They provide an unbelievably clear ground-level view of the eruption, preserved by the man who knew his last shots would be his most important. Number 11. The wave on the balcony. It was supposed to be a peaceful holiday. In 2004, a tourist in Thailand was filming from his hotel balcony, looking out at the beach. But he was about to document one of the deadliest natural disasters in modern history. The video starts innocently, but then the water begins to act strangely, receding far from the shore. Then a massive wave appears on the horizon and starts to come in. It just keeps coming. You watch in horror as the water surges over the beach, picking up everything in its path: chairs, cars, and people. The water level rises with terrifying speed until it completely floods the resort. The footage is one of the most chilling records of the Indian Ocean tsunami, which was triggered by a massive undersea earthquake and claimed over 220,000 lives. Number 12. The landslide that ate a road. Imagine driving on a mountain road when a river of rock and mud suddenly appears in front of you. That's what a driver in Nepal captured on their dashcam. In the video, you see a small trickle of debris start to fall onto the road, but within seconds, that trickle turns into a full-blown landslide. A torrent of earth, rocks, and trees comes crashing down the mountainside, completely covering the highway. The driver is forced to stop as the unstoppable force of nature consumes the path ahead. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the footage is a shocking reminder of how quickly the ground beneath our feet can give way. Number 13. Trapped by the tsunami. This is some of the most intense dashcam footage ever recorded. On March 11, 2011, a driver in Japan was stuck in traffic when the largest earthquake in the country's history triggered a devastating tsunami. His camera captured the moment the water began flooding the busy road. Cars in front of him are swept away as the water rises. Within seconds, his own car starts to float and is tossed around like a toy, smashing into other vehicles. The driver is completely at the mercy of the current, surrounded by swirling debris and the destructive power of the wave. The water is everywhere. Incredibly, the driver survived. His footage gives a terrifying first-person perspective of being caught in the middle of the 2011 tsunami. Number 14. The kayaker and the whale. This guy was literally almost swallowed by a whale. A kayaker was paddling on the ocean when a giant humpback whale surfaced to feed right underneath him. In this video, you see the kayaker and his boat just completely disappear inside the whale's massive mouth. You can hear someone in the background freaking out. Then, just as fast, the whale spits him right back out. The man was thrown into the water but was completely fine. Now, whales don't eat people. This was just a crazy accident of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the footage is absolutely insane. Number 15. The runaway twister. Storm chasers get close to tornadoes, but this time they got too close. Footage shows a team of chasers filming a massive, powerful tornado in Reno, Oklahoma. Suddenly, the tornado changes direction and starts heading straight for them. They jump in their truck and speed away, but the monster is gaining on them. The footage from inside the vehicle is pure chaos. You see debris hitting the truck as they desperately try to outrun the widest tornado ever recorded. The winds were so strong they ripped the instruments off their vehicle. They managed to escape, but their heart-pounding video serves as a terrifying warning about the raw, unpredictable power of a twister. And there you have it. 15 moments showing the terrifying power of nature, caught on camera to be believed. From freak accidents to massive disasters, these stories are 100% real. A camera was there to capture every single one, freezing them in time so they could shock the world forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these incredible stories, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. See you in the next one.